Okay. What makes Drake want to stay with you during your pregnancy and not leave you just like the other girl he got pregnant? I don't really want to get into this too much because this is his business, but the other girl he was with cheated on him several times. They broke up before she found out she was pregnant. So they broke up like the end of November, and she didn't find out she was pregnant until the beginning of December. They were already broken up. She was cheating on him with the other guy. That's why he didn't stay with her, because he originally, back then, they talked about kids. They wanted kids together. It was like a situation between me and Gabe, pretty much. Like I wanted to be with Gabe forever, and he wanted to be with her forever. So it's just kind of like a similar situation, and she was not good for him, not good to him, and just, yeah. And you talked about the other girl, about her side of the story. Oh, and have you talked with the other girl about her side of the story? Yes, I have. If it's Drake's baby, how will you three, me, Drake, and the ex-girlfriend, deal with raising the kids, splitting time with Drake? Drake already agreed that he was only going to see the baby every other weekend because it's best that the baby stays with the mom for the first few months, years, etc. I don't really know. They talked about it more than I have. And as for parenting, I'm going to let them do the parenting. Of course, I'm going to try to, like, I'm going to take care of the kid like I would any of my kids. But when it comes to parenting decisions, it's not my place to be making that for that child. So I'm going to leave it. They can make the decisions for the child, but I will participate in any way that I can that's acceptable for me to be doing. How will you deal with half his pay taken away if she goes for child support? It's not going to be half, I'll tell you that much. And I don't know how much it will be if she does go for child support, and if she does, then we'll just have to work with it. And he's already looking into getting a better job than he has now, which he has a really good job now. So he's looking into getting 2 jobs anyway. So I don't know, we'll cross that road when we get there. How do you think Lilia will be when this baby arrives? I think she's going to be excited. She's probably going to act up a little bit like any toddler would. Will you be a stay-at-home mommy or working mommy after this baby? A stay-at-home working mommy, doing what I've been doing. How often do you get your period when you do get it? Like, is yours every 28 days? Since I was on birth control, yes, it was every 28 days. It was exactly every 4 weeks. I think it was 28 days. It was whenever the birth control told me. You had mentioned that Lilia was taken off of your insurance. How much will it cost you to have a baby since you are moved out and no longer a dependent? It depends on the insurance that we're getting. Right now I have Blue Shield, and we just have to pay the co-pays and stuff like that. But it depends on the insurance we end up getting. But right now she does have her insurance back, and I do have my insurance back. So I really don't know right now. I have no idea. Do you still like your channel name? Would you ever make a new channel with Drake's name in it? I wouldn't change it. Did you ever have a mommy meetup? No, I didn't. But I do want to do it, and I'll probably have to do it before the twins get here, because it's gonna be a mission trying to get the 3 kids to do a mommy meetup. Did you ever consider giving Lilia up for adoption since you were still in high school and when you were pregnant with her? Don't take this the wrong way. I'm just curious if you ever gave it a thought. No, I never thought about it. Well, I mean, of course it crossed my mind, but like I said, in my personal situation, I had so much support that it wasn't the right choice for me. So I completely 100% support people who give their child up for adoption, but in my personal situation, I didn't think it was right for me. How do you feel about Jen, Information Mommy, making comments about you in her videos? I think it was very immature, and I think that she had a lot of, she was really misinformed, and she had a lot of wrong assumptions about me, a lot of wrong information, and overall I just think it was really immature. But we did talk about it, and we just agreed to disagree. Do you ever feel like people are staring at you because you're pregnant? Actually, I don't really get that many stares from people. Not yet anyway, I'm sure I will. Does the baby get heavy? Yeah? What was the nicest and meanest thing someone had said to you about being pregnant? That's a good question. The nicest thing someone said was probably just that I'm really informed about what I was talking about. I love when people would tell me, when I was pregnant with Lilia, how I would try so hard to do so much research and try to get all of my facts straight and try to get everything like ready for her. And I loved when people would appreciate what I was doing and was able to see everything like from my point of view, but in a good way. I don't know. The meanest thing someone said to me, I really can't think of one specific thing. I had a lot of trolls, so it probably just would have been something that like didn't make sense. What was the hardest thing about having a newborn? Sleep deprivation again. How hard is it being a teen mom? Honestly and truly, it's extremely hard, and if I didn't have the support that I do from my family and my friends and my boyfriend, I would not be where I am today. Do you ever plan on having kids in the future? Do you think that teen mom and 16 and pregnant girls glamorize pregnancy, or do you think that they do show an accurate showing of how hard it really is? That's like, I don't really know how to answer that, because 16 and pregnant girls, a lot of them really bug me because they just, I don't know, a lot of them just bug me. And as for the teen mom girls, I think sometimes they show how hard it really is. I think sometimes they exaggerate on a few things, and I think sometimes they don't show how hard it is. One thing, I can't get over this, like the sleep deprivation is so bad when you have a kid. Like you don't get sleep, like forget sleep. You're not gonna see that for another 3 years. So, I don't know. It's really hard to show how hard it is, because if you're doing good at it, then it doesn't, like, if you're good at anything, you make it look easy. Like if you're good at dancing, you make it look easy. If you're good at being a mom, you make it look easy. So it's kind of hard to show how hard it is, because a lot of them, well, some of them are good moms, like Leah and Macy, in my personal opinion. But I don't know. That's kind of a hard question, because they're so like limited to like what they show and stuff on the show. So I don't know. After going through one pregnancy already, what will you take or won't take to the hospital this time around during labor? I have no idea. I don't really remember what I brought. I'm gonna have to watch my video again and have to like remember what I actually used and not. I know for sure I'm gonna take my laptop though. Since you wanted to start with cloth diapers, if you did, would you plan on putting them on Lilia too until she's potty trained? I was actually thinking about that, but I don't know yet. Do you think she would? Do you think she wouldn't care or would have trouble getting used to them? I don't think she would care, honestly. She's really easygoing when it comes to changes. If you and Drake get married, are you going to change Lilia's last name to Drake? No, he would have to legally adopt her, which means that Gabe would have to legally give her up for adoption. So no, we're not going to do that. And is Lilia's last name right now Gabe's or yours? It's Gabe's, and it's going to stay that way. I was wondering why you got your tattoo and what it means to you. I got it because I used to be a dance teacher at, it was called 5678 Dance Studio. I grew up there. I loved it there. That was my whole life before having kids, was dancing. And their motto there was dance the dream. So that's why I got it. Are you going to get more tattoos or something about Lilia and baby number 2? I don't know. I haven't really been planning on getting any tattoos. I don't think I'll get any more. What made you and Drake decide to move out of your parents' house? It was too crammed. What's the custody arrangement you have with Gabe? And are you guys going to be able to settle on something instead of heading the problem over to court? We have a court date set, and as of right now, it's every other weekend and whenever he asks for her on the weekdays. How will you prevent Lilia from being a teen mom? I'm going to explain to her how pregnancy works, how birth control works, how all the reasons she should wait to have sex, and I'm just going to be very open with her and talk with her about everything and let her know that she can come to me for anything. What do Drake's parents think about him having a baby? They're really excited now. Why doesn't Drake post videos anymore? He's working all the time. What was your initial reaction when you found out you were pregnant? I was overwhelmed. I would like to know how you guys got on your feet so quickly. I have a decent paying job. My boyfriend has a few more classes left until he can start his job. Anyways, we wanted an apartment, but we don't want to be so stressed over money that we can't enjoy it. How do you guys work your finances? Did y'all save up before moving? If so, how long, how much? Just that sort of thing. I have medical bills I pay every month, plus car insurance, phone, gas, computer, and small bits that I had to add up. We took everything really slow. We started saving up, and then the initial move into our apartment, a lot of our family helped us out for like housewarming gifts and stuff like that. We found all of our furniture on Craigslist, so it was we got pretty much every single piece of furniture in our whole house for $200. And our rent is only $525 a month, so it's really not that much. We just saved up a little bit over time, and I mean, between me and him working, we just had enough. And then as for internet, we just got internet yesterday, or no, 2 days ago. So you just kind of have to take it slowly, and you have to realize what you have and what you don't have, and like think about your necessities over, like we still don't have cable. We're probably not gonna get TV for a long time. We just have internet, and all of our utilities are included in our rent, which is really lucky, except for electricity. And electricity is very small every month because it's such a small place. And our phone is only $100. I mean, I think we just really honestly just lucked out with all of our stuff, our rent and everything. So just take it slow is my advice, and you just save up money and know how to spend money in moderation. That's the key to moving out on your own, and the key to succeeding in anywhere in life is moderation, and that includes your money situation. Will you get more tattoos? Not anytime soon. Are you gonna do a pregnancy time lapse video with this pregnancy also? Probably. Do you feel that Drake and yours relationship was taken too fast? For example, moving into your parents, moving out together, pregnancy. Why or why not? Honestly, I've always been a fast-paced person. That's just like, I've always been a go-getter, and I've had goals that I wanted. Like, I've always kind of been I want it now kind of person, I guess, and he's the same way. So that's just how our relationship is. Like, we just moved fast because that's just how our personalities are. So I mean, the pregnancy was definitely too fast, but as for moving out and stuff, that's just how we are. Like, everyone's different, and in our personal situation, that's just what we did. Can you insert a picture of you pregnant with Lilia in each video for that week of pregnancy, then show your current belly just so we can see the difference and compare? That's a good idea, but I don't have any of my pregnancy pictures on my computer, so I'd have to like upload them somewhere, or like burn them onto a CD and put it on this computer. It's a good idea, and I'm definitely gonna do, like, at the end maybe I'll do like a pregnancy 1 versus pregnancy 2, but every week I don't know if I can do it every week. How long will you breastfeed these babies? At the very least a year. Will you pump? Only if I'm having trouble handling 2 different breastfeeding babies. Have you had any weird dreams about having a boy or a girl that leads you one way? No, I haven't had any weird dreams. How is yours and Gabe's relationship these days? We only talk when it comes to Lilia. We only talk when it's about Lilia. We only talk when I'm dropping him off or dropping Lilia off, and that's pretty much all. We're just kind of like, we're co-parents. That's our relationship right now, is co-parents. Do Drake and Gabe get along? They're not like friends, but they don't like hate each other either. They've met each other like 2 times in person, and they've talked to each other a few times, but they don't super hate each other, but they're not really like buddy-buddy with each other either. Are you worried about your tattoo getting all stretched out? Now that I'm having twins, yeah, I actually am. But a lot of people said that it'll go right back. I think it's just gonna depend on everything. Do you have any advice about being a teen mom and dealing with the pressure of other peers? All I can say, like, I've always been an independent person, and I've always been very, like, in control of my whole life, I guess I would say. I never really let peer pressure get to me. I never did all of, like, the normal stuff, like I was saying earlier, that teenagers did. So, I mean, I would just say live for yourself. Don't live for anyone else. Don't let anyone tell you what to do with your life, because you know what's best for your life. Is Gabe jealous because Drake takes so good care of Lilia? He doesn't say anything about it. And what did he say when you told him that you had another baby? You said that. What do you do for yourself? Like, do you play Sims? I love The Sims. I play Sims 3. Sims is amazing. That's like pretty much the only thing that I do for myself, because the only time I have to myself is when Lilia goes to bed at night, and that's usually when I do YouTube stuff. So sometimes I'll play Sims, but that's pretty much the only thing I do for myself. Is Gabe okay that Drake has a big tattoo with Lilia's name? I don't know. He hasn't said anything about it. Is he getting a big one for the new baby? I'm sure he will. By the way, he has some awesome tattoos. Could you please explain your YouTube partnership if you're comfortable? Do you get paid? I'll explain it. A lot of people say you get paid for views. when you're a YouTube partner, you don't get paid for views. You get paid for the ads on the sides of your video. So right now there's an ad on the side of the video. For every click that I get on the ad, I get a certain percentage of